Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. We're very excited to have all of you guys in attendance and viewing this virtually from your home rooms, as well as our live studio audience and students behind me. And we welcome Mr. Trey Tipton here to give his presentation to you guys about mental health awareness and strength throughout the struggle. So without further ado, we'd like to introduce Mr. Trey Tipton.
So how are we doing today?
Good.
All right, as we did with the high school. So high school, you should know better than that already. When I say how are we doing today, we're supposed to get loud. We gotta turn up a little bit, okay? So how are we doing today?
Good. Good. Good.
I like your energy today. You're having good energy today. Let's try this one more time. How are we doing today?
Good.
That's what we like to hear. So I'm Trey Tipton, as told before. Today I'm gonna share just a small smidge of a story about me. Is that cool with you guys?
Yep.
Now before I say that, okay, before I go into my story and what I'm about, let's do this, okay? If there's anything that makes you a little bit uncomfortable, step over there and talk to him, and or reach out to a teacher and let them know that you have to get out of class, which is fine with me. Because there's some parts that can be a little bit difficult to hear, okay? Which I understand, but you guys are gonna get my perspective when I was in your age group. So can I be real with you guys? Is that cool? So let's put this in perspective, right? Started out as a 7-year-old kid, been through a lot of different things, right? Witnessed things that I felt like I should never have witnessed. Lost a lot of people, lost a lot of things in my life very early. From when I was 7 years old until I was about 7th grade, I felt like I knew what I wanted to do. I wanted to be in the league, like everybody else, right? You want to probably be a professional athlete. You probably want to be a professional athlete of some sort to some way, some degree, right? Or you want to be a professional at the highest that you could possibly be in your occupation, right? I used to tell my friends all the time, I'm going to the NFL, I'm going to the NBA, right? And do all these different things, but it wasn't until I started to really compete. Somebody about to get in trouble. Ooh. So with that said, I had these goals, I had these aspirations, I had these dreams, but I had no idea on how to get there, right? I knew that it took a lot of hard work, but what did hard work look like? See, here's the thing, when you're trying to go places and go different places in your life, you have to surround yourself with people who are either A, already there, or B, they're trying to get there. Because here's why. Not every person you tell your dream to understands your dream. You understand why? Here's the reason why. Because it's your dream. I can't understand your dream, your goals, and your aspirations because they're yours. All I can do is support it, right? But what I wanted to do was I wanted to find people who were just like me. Find people who had aspirations to go play Division I ball. Find people who had aspirations to do well in school because the kids I was hanging out with had no business being in my life. See, here's the thing, though, what people don't understand is right now you see me as the athlete that went to Pitt, did 7 years, going to the NFL and all these cool things, right? But what you don't understand is I dealt heavily with bullying. So much so that I had a very tough time even speaking to the people around me about what was happening to me because I felt like nobody understood me. See, it gets very tough when you're in middle school because you're growing in this realm where you're trying to figure out what do you even like to do, right? Like, what do you like? You want to know what you like, what you want to hear, what you want to see, right? But here's the thing, though. You have to learn to like you, to love you. That's a hard thing to do, especially in middle school, because y'all are rough. Middle schoolers can be rough, man. I ain't going to lie to you. I've been in a lot of tough crowds, and middle school has been my toughest crowd every time. Reason being is because you guys are learning who you are, right? We want to know on how we can improve in front of the people that we care about. So that's your friends, that's your teachers, that's your parents. You just want to be the best version of you, right? But sometimes being the best version of you ends up hurting somebody else. Like when you're bullying somebody else, right? Or you're making fun of somebody else because you're in a good place, but they're not in a good place, so you make fun of them for not being in that good place. That's not cool. See, here's the thing. This same kid that you're sitting here right now paying attention to was bullied the whole way through middle school, the whole way through high school, and the whole way through elementary school. Think about that for a second. See, what you don't also know about this kid right here spent months, as I told the high school before, months without gas, electricity, or water. And still being bullied at school. Would you have known that? No. Because I don't live your story, you don't live mine. And here's the thing, there's kids around you right now, even in the seats that you're currently sitting in, right? Who are living a lifestyle in which you don't live at home. Some of you have 2 parents at home, right? Some of you have 1 parent at home, right? See, but there's the difference right there in itself. You don't know the difference in your home and their home. So why would you take a step to make more negativity in their lives? Because you don't know what they're going through while they're at home. Perspective. When I was at home, again, I had no food on the table. I had no lights coming on. I had no water. I was taking showers, as I told them, in high school and in middle school, at the school I was going to. And still being made fun of because of what I looked like. I guarantee you've all done it before. You made fun of somebody thinking that was funny for your friends, right? It happens. You're a human being. But think about what you do before you do it, because you don't know if that could be the last time that you say something to that person. They might move away. They might no longer be around you. But because of what you said, that's forever sitting with that person for the rest of their lives. You know how difficult that is? See, there's things that people said to me when I was in middle school that I never let go. And unfortunately, I know those things are not true about me, but because what was said to me in middle school, I used to feel that they were true about me, right? Because what people used to tell me about myself or laugh at me for. I'm here to tell you right now, whatever people are telling you in a negative sense is not true. Can we all be in agreement with that? It's not true, right? Reason it's not true is because you're still learning on who you are. So how, if I'm learning on who I am, how can somebody who doesn't know me tell me on who I am? You don't know. That don't even make sense. That's not even the same realm. You don't live with me. You don't go to sleep. You don't have to deal with my brothers and my sisters, which none of y'all could handle. Let me get that straight right now. They're crazy as heck, all right? With that said, you don't know my lifestyle. So don't imply your negative thoughts onto me. And this is why it's not okay. Because although I became successful, that pain that I dealt with, it carried. It became a heavy weight to carry too. So far so that it carried me the whole way to college. How many of you have actually seen my story before? None? One? A couple? Okay, cool. So if you read my story, you go online and you see my story, you'll see on how deep and how in depth that just that small bit of bullying traveled and carried to the rest of my life. Do you want to be the positive thing or the negative thing in somebody's life? Let's be positive, right? Because here's the thing. I said this to the high schooler yesterday too. You might be the only positive thing in somebody's life. Think about that for a second. Like for example, just because I asked you how you're doing today, that could mean the world. Because you don't know what they're going through, again, at home, right? So just because you don't know what they're going through at home, because you asked them, are you okay today? Even if they don't tell you, that's the one positive thing that changed their life forever. Be somebody for somebody else. Be somebody for the person that you would want to be for you. How bad do you want somebody to be there for you when you're not feeling good, right? Like, have we all been in a position where we just don't feel good with ourselves before? Like, to the point where you're telling yourself these negative things about yourself, but you're not those things, right? Like, you're saying, like, oh, I can't get up to go to school today. I'm going to fail this test. How are you now, all of a sudden, a time traveler? You're stating things that are going to happen in the future that haven't even happened yet. How is that fair to you? How is that fair to you? It's not. You're beating yourself before you even get to the competition. Because somebody says something about you. I used to be called a toothpick every day of school. I'm skinny. There is no doubt about it. I'm skinny. I am okay with it. I love it, right? But just because I'm skinny doesn't mean that I'm not good looking. You know what I mean? That was something that I had to tell myself every day. So much so as I got older, I started doing things to create positivity for myself. I couldn't rely on other people for positivity, right? Because I had so much trauma from people bullying me. I had to learn to trust people again. So I had to take the first steps. And the first step was loving me. See, nowadays, there's nobody in this world that loves me more than me. That can sound cocky, that can sound vague, however you feel about it, but that took a lot of work, okay? And I've earned that. This smile, I've earned this smile. That's why I smile at everybody, because you deserve it. You've been through a lot, right? Like, we've all been through something, right? We might have lost a grandmother, a father, a mother, a cousin, a sister, right? We've lost somebody through our lives. So you've been through pain before. Have you guys ever been in so much pain that you just didn't want to come out your room? Has anybody ever felt that before? See, there was days where I was just like, I know I can get up, but I just don't want to do it. Like, I know I can feel good, but I just don't know how. You ever feel like that before? Like, we want to feel better, but we just don't know how. So you know what I had to do? I had to speak up. I had to tell somebody that I wasn't okay. Had I not told somebody that I was okay, I don't know where I would have been. To this day, if you really see my story, if you heard my story, you'll see what I mean by that. The reason why I'm keeping this super censored for you, because I don't want to put that in your head right now. I want you to have positivity in your life. I want you to feel great in your life. I want you to give the person next to you a little bit of love with a big smile. Think about it. Smile at him right now. What do you start doing?
He smiled back.
Say it again. He did what?
He smiled back.
Think about that. What if that was the only thing that made him smile today? How'd that make you feel?
Good.
Felt good, didn't it?
Yeah.
Smile at her. Started laughing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, watch this. Y'all ready? If you're in the classroom right now, I want you to look to the person left of you and smile. Look at y'all laughing. Y'all started laughing immediately. Like, what are we doing? This doesn't even make sense, right? See how infectious positivity is? You see how quick that everything could change? The room is just silent. And all of a sudden, we're all smiling, laughing, and having a good time, right? All right, y'all don't believe me? Watch. I'm going to go get one of your teachers to smile. He already doing it. He beat me too. And that's what I love to see. And it's that important. Because without positivity, we can't expect each other to grow. If you want the best for your best friend, you should always ask them, how are you doing today? If you want the best, if your teacher asks you every day on how you're doing, how would it make you feel? You might be at first like, bro, why you keep asking me if I'm good? I'm all right. But at the same time, the day that you're not all right, you'll appreciate that moment. You'll be like, wow, he really cares about me, or she really cares about me. Your teachers and the people around you, the fact that they're taking time to bring me in just to get some more love to you. I am nobody special. I'm Trey Tipton with a big smile on my face. That's the only person I know how to be. That's the only thing that I know how to be. But with that said, they're doing everything that they can so you could be the best person that you can be. I've never had somebody actually work that hard for me. I am not cheap. Like, I'm not cheap by any means, and they did everything they can to get me here. You know how much love that is? So if they're willing to give you love, why not give love to others? Is that a fair statement? Like, for example, I'll see your face. I need you to smile right now. Yeah, you right there. There it is. I need that. Because positivity is what feeds me. And I'm hoping that I can feed you with my positivity. And that's why I'm here today. So let me get a little bit more into my story. From a young kid, I experienced a lot of death fast. That's honesty. I'm going to be honest with you because I feel like everybody in the world tries to act like you're little kids. You guys have social media. I know how old you are. All right? So with that said, I'm going to be real with you. And if I'm going to be real with you, I need you to be patient with me. Is that okay? Here we go. So with that said, as a young kid, I realized that I witnessed a lot of death fast. So I had this belief about myself that anybody that I loved and that I cared about would pass away because this is all that I ever seen. Was that true? No. But is it what I believed? Yes. See, here's the thing about trauma. Who knows what trauma is? Okay, so we're all in the same realm, right? The thing is about trauma is it follows you, even when you don't expect it to. Like, you ever have times when you feel sad and you think about something that happened to you back when you were like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Like, times that just don't matter right now, but you think about it and you get upset and you start to feel bad a little bit. Here's the thing about depression. It only follows you because you allow it to. See, it's not easy to get through by any means, and don't get it twisted. If you're going through something, what you're going through is warranted. And what you're feeling is warranted. It's okay to feel not okay. But I'm letting you know that you can get up out of it. You can feel better. You can smile. It's not easy to do either. Like, to smile is very hard. Like, especially coming to school. What time y'all wake up for school?
6:30.
No. See, I'm not doing that. I wouldn't smile coming today, too. 6:30? Nah, I'm not coming to school for a teacher to talk at me at 6:30. I'm just not going to do it, right? But I know that's hard. That is a hard thing to do, but you guys still did it, didn't you? You guys are still getting good grades, aren't you? Look how strong you are as a person. The things that you tell yourself that you can't do, you won't do. But the moment, small fraction of a moment, you start saying that I can do something, what do you think you start doing? Just that. Like, I told myself, I never thought in a million years I'd be at the University of Pittsburgh until the moment that I did. See, when I was in middle school, I was a bad kid. I had a 1.2 GPA. That's bad. That's me being real. That is just me being really real. I was not paying attention in class. If you gave me homework, it was dog work because I was giving it to my dog. I'm cool. I'm not doing it, okay? But then I realized that I'm a lot more capable than what people were telling me. See, the only reason why I wasn't doing my work was because people were bullying me into submission to the fact that I thought that I wasn't smart enough. I thought I wasn't cool enough. I thought I wasn't a good enough kid for me to do any of those things. The moment that I was like, you know what? Forget them, it's about me. My life changed. So much so, I got a scholarship to the University of Pittsburgh. Now, when times get easier, I told this to the high schoolers. No. I got stronger. See, as time went by, things got a little bit harder, right? And a little bit harder. And a little bit harder. But I started to get a little bit stronger. And the things I didn't think I could handle, I'm all right. It's okay. It's going to be fine. But how did I do that, right? See, I had to talk to somebody. I had to talk to family. I had to talk to friends. I even had to talk to a teacher. There's a coach by the name of John Skeeble, and the only reason why I'm saying his name out loud is because this guy saved my life. At one point in time, I was in high school, and I'm going to give you a very brief moment of when I was in high school. I was thinking about leaving school and just getting my GED. Think about that. I was about to be done doing school. A kid who's now in college, got his couple degrees, all these different things. I was thinking about leaving school and just getting my GED and being done because I was tired of being bullied. I didn't want to do it anymore. My coach grabbed me and said, "Trey, I got more faith in you than you do yourself." That was all I needed. I didn't need anything else. You have faith in me? You have faith in me. I bet, say less. That's all you needed to give me. A little bit of faith? You giving me a little bit of faith? Okay, good. Once I got to that moment, I realized I can do these things. I can be a good student. I can be who I need to be because the people around me started to tell me, you're worthy. And this gets into the next point, building a strong tribe. High schoolers, do we understand that now? Mm-hmm. Building a strong tribe is very huge. Here's why. When you build a coalition of people around you that understands you and appreciates you, I'm going to say this again, appreciates you, they build a better you. Because there's going to be times where you don't feel good and you don't know why. You just don't know why. But the people that you help understand you will. They'll help you. They'll give you love. They'll share love and give love back. The best thing you said today was smile back, right? Today I challenge you all. Give somebody a reason to smile back. Try it. We got siblings in here? Raise your hand if you got siblings in here. So with that said, you're now in charge of making sure your sibling smiles today. Sorry, got homework today. You got homework. You're now in charge of making sure that your siblings smile today. Then on top of that, I'm challenging you again. You guys are leaving here to go to another period, right? We also have at least one more class, right? Or am I tripping? We're good? Cool. So if we have one more class, I'm also challenging you to make a teacher smile. That's tough. Because some of these teachers are rough. Like they just... Like, you don't smile for anything? Like, not even for a hug? I'll give you one. Still no smile. So if y'all can do it, I need to see it. And if you post it, I'll post it around with you. But make sure they smile. Give love, share love. That's important. The power of positivity is everything to me. See, what I've been through, the only reason why I'm able to get through is because the power of positivity gave me the ability to do so. The fact that he's able to give me positive vibes, I will forever in my life remember this guy. Because positivity is what I'm addicted to. Because I see your faces smiling, I'll be able to say, like, you know what, I'm going back to Baldwin for another session because I want to be around people like that. That's positivity. Now, negativity, I don't deal with it. Not even for a little bit. Bullying, X-nay. You know what? That is a sign, okay? That means I'm talking too much. So with that said, I want you guys to understand something. Bullying is not cool for this major reason in itself. Again, you don't know what somebody's going through. You don't know how hard it is to get through life. There's days when I would wake up and I would feel like nothing was good for me. But then to also go to school and have people make me feel like nothing was good for me was not okay. So now if you're the person that's sitting there and you're saying that you bullied somebody before, now it's your job to make sure that person never feels bullied again. Because you don't know what love they're getting at home. You don't know what love, if they're getting any love at all. See, I'm here to tell you right now, I got your back. What do I mean by that? It's not easy to contact me. It's not. But with that said, what does make it easy is the fact that if you reach out and you hit, now again, I'm only doing this for Baldwin. I've not done this for another school. If you put the little shotgun emoji, you ever see this emoji? Mm-hmm. Right? You put that before a message, you can now reach me because I now know that you're talking straight to me, right? Be very careful with that though. That's a grave responsibility because time is very precious to me, okay? The reason why it's so precious to me is because there's a lot of time where I wasted time on people who didn't care about me. Take a second to think about that. Okay? Let's take a second and think about that. Wasting time on people who don't care about you, right? The people who are making fun of you and calling you names every day, don't give them your time. Smile back. I appreciate you for what you're trying to do, but it's not going to work, so I'm going to smile back at you and walk away. Because my smile is infectious, and it's crooked as can be. My man's back there smiling crazy. I know I got gaps in my teeth. I ain't got no shame in my game. You know what I mean? Because I know I've worked for this smile. As I said before, have you guys earned your smile? Have you earned your smile? There it is. That's important because you did earn your smile. You've had a lot of tough days, as I said before. So therefore, you then earned your smile because you worked through that. You're still here today. See, pain and adversity, as I said before, is a comma in life. It's not your period. The world's not over. It's a small frame in time. Does it ever feel like certain days feel longer than others? Like when you're just like, nothing is going right for me. I just don't understand why. We've been there. See, in that moment, notice on what you're feeling. Notice on the things that are being said to you. Fun fact, what I do for myself, and they know that back there, you're about to get in trouble, Mr. Sir. They all looked at you. I don't know what happened, but they all looked at you.
They don't always do that.
With that said, I'm really challenging you here to really think about the things that you're saying to yourself. So when you get angry, from now on, everybody got to do it. Because I know it's going to be funny for you. You don't got to show nobody, but it's between you and you. When you're getting angry, make a video of yourself being mad and scream it out. Yell it out. I don't care what you got to do. Kick it out. Do whatever move you got to do. I want you to do and get it all out, right? When you get it all out, then watch it. And watch you laugh the hardest you ever laughed in your life. I promise you. I was so angry at my dog the other day. Like so angry. I'm walking and pacing around my house like, and then I took a video and I was like, you look stupid. You look really dumb. And after that, I stopped being mad. Because at some point in time, you got to realize on where you're growing. Because everybody has personal growth. So if you're a person who's bullying somebody, that means you probably got something going on with you. So you should probably take some time to really look into the mirror. So much so, if you can't stand in front of a mirror longer than 10 seconds, 9 times out of 10, you don't like what you look at. I've been there. To the point where I would look at myself and be like, I don't like that person. I'm just going to turn away. Let's not be there. How about we love each other and how about we love ourselves? Can we do that? Can we give love? Can we share love? Can we give it back? You ain't smiled yet, little girl. I'm going to get you smiling. Oh, there you go. That's the real smile I'm looking for. You know how important that is to smile? Like, you know, on the days where the sun is shining, you feel good about yourself. But the days that are gloomy, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm in class again. Right? Let's be a sunny day for everybody. Oh, that's powerful. Let's be a sunny day for everybody. I didn't even say that yesterday. I'm saying it today. Be a sunny day for everybody. Don't let your light be dim just because of what somebody said about you. You're more than bright. You're more than bright. You're a superstar. You got to walk like it. You got to talk like it. You got to feel it. See, some of y'all can tell. You can tell I feel it, don't you? How I walk, how I talk. Because I don't care. I love me. That's the most important thing that you can give to anybody is teaching somebody on how to love themselves because you deserve it. You deserve to be loved. I'm telling you that right now. You deserve to be loved. You deserve to feel happy. Just because what people tell you about yourself, it's not true. You deserve to smile because you earned it. You deserve to smile because you earned it. You deserve to smile because you earned it. So keep doing that. Give love, share love, and give back. Can we do that? So what's our homework? You got to go help your sibling smile today, right? Then on top of that, you got to help a teacher smile today. And you can't use him because he smiles all the time. And you can't use him either or the guy in the back. So you got to go find somebody outside of here to make smile. And that's the very, very, very important thing for me. If you guys actually want me to come back, I would love to be able to text Mr. Baldwin and be like, did they smile? Did they make sure that other people smile? And he's like, yeah, they did. They did their thing. I'm coming back. If not, I'm going to stay right down there in Brentwood, right on my little street, play with my dogs, and be happy. Because at the end of the day, I want to see you grow. I want to see your growth. I want to see progression. But I also want to see you take what I say into consideration. I want to see you take positivity to the max level. Can you do it? Can you do it? Can you do it? Can you do it? I'm looking right at you, girl. Yeah. Everybody, I need it from you. So more than anything, I need you to do one thing. When I ask you, who got my back? I need to know you got my back. High schools, can we show them a little bit? Yeah. Just a little bit? Who got my back?
I got your back!
See how loud that was? Did you hear him? If you couldn't hear him, we're about to turn you up in a second, so don't worry. With that said, who got my back?
I got your back!
I felt that, but did you feel it the way that you were expecting? You wanted more, right? Like, I want more. You wanted more a little bit? I want you to blow me back here. The whole way back here. I want to do one of these, okay? So I need you to scream, all right? Who got my back?
I got your back!
Oh, okay, here we go. Now we're in the game. Okay, who got my back?
I got your back!
Who got my back?
I got your back!
You got my back? He ain't even say the word. Yeah, I got your back. I don't know what he's going to do, but I got your back, right? Try this one more time. Who got my back?
I got your back.
Who got my back?
I got your back.
I said, who got my back?
I got your back.
You better speak up with your chest, boy. I said, who got my back?
I got your back.
Say it a little bit louder. I said, who got my back?
I got your back.
All right, let's do it together. Who got my back?
I got your back!
You come here. You come here. Both of you. Come here. Yeah, come here. You too. Come here. Yes, you. Come here. Up here. So here's the thing. I asked you a very serious question. I didn't even do this with high schoolers yesterday, but I'm going to do it with you guys. Can we come in tighter? Y'all act like y'all don't like me. Am I not ugly? Am I scary? All right, we got to make sure. All right. So it's important for y'all to have my back. I appreciate that. There was a time period where I didn't have anybody to have my back. So that feels good for me to hear. But see, it's more important for you guys to have each other's back, because that's what really matters. See, there's going to come a time where I'm not going to be around, right? Like, I'm going to be somewhere else. You guys will be here still, right? So with that said, although you have my back, to have each other's back, that's hard, right? That's where you have to build confidence. So I need you guys to ask them, who got your back, right? So on 3, you're going to be like, who got my back? But you got to scream it. If you don't scream it, don't expect them to scream it. And y'all better scream it on there. So if the teachers, if they ain't hear you, it's a problem. Okay, y'all ready? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, then I had to double check. Here we go. On 3. 1, 2, 3.
Who got my back? I got your back!
See this enthusiasm right here? You're going up front. like that. That was good enthusiasm. Now I need you to have this enthusiasm. Don't be scared. Not scared, scared. You know what I'm saying? Try it one more time. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Who got my back? I got your back!
Boy, you might have to come follow me. Listen, me and you are going to go travel the world, and you're just going to scream that for me the whole time. All right? Good job. Give them a round of applause, please. So last thing, before I get out of here and let you guys ask me the 30 questions you have on the paper, I want to do something with you guys because I feel like you're prepared for it. Should we wake them up a little bit? So what the high schoolers did was, I wanted them to wake up their inner positive self, right? I want you to wake up that inner warrior, okay? We've all been through something, right? We said that. So now it's time for us to fight back. Y'all ready to fight back? Close your eyes. Close your eyes. So I want you to picture the negative thoughts you've told yourself, right? The things where you say that you haven't been able to do something, you won't get that good grade, you won't pass that test. And in your head, don't say it out loud, tell that person that's within you, telling you all those negative things to shut up. Now, there's another person that's inside your head, okay? This person is destined for greatness. This person believes in themselves. But see, this person might have been hiding away for a little bit. This person is what I like to call the inner warrior. See, we got to wake that inner warrior up. So in order for you to wake that inner warrior up, I need you to visualize yourself being successful. So picture the one place in your mind where you're at your most success, right? And on 3, I want you to scream, not yell, scream, wake up. 1, 2, 3.
Wake up!
That's real. Close your eyes. Keep your eyes closed. Keep visualizing that person as being successful. You've gotten the good grades. You're playing a Division I sport. You're working the dream job that you have planned for yourself in your future. On 3, I want you to scream, wake up. 1, 2, 3.
Wake up!
Whew, there we go. There we go. Let's do this a couple more times. 1, 2, 3.
Wake up!
I need you to scream a little bit louder for me. 1, 2, 3.
Wake up!
Louder. 1, 2, 3.
Wake up!
1, 2, 3.
Wake up!
1, 2, 3.
Wake up!
Thank you so much. I'm Trey Tipton. Nice to meet you all. We're not done yet. Your fellow classmates have questions. So now you're going to hear some of their questions and I'm going to respond. Q&A.
Why football? Has it been there for you your whole life?
My whole life, football is everything to me. Football is what saved my life. Although you guys may go see my story later on, we're going to realize I've been through a lot, right? So although I've been through a lot, football was the one thing that allowed me to be me. So all the things that I went through, every chance that I got, I was playing a sport. Gave me a way to find peace. Gave me a way to cope. Next question.
What clicked at the bridge that made you decide to step away from the ledge?
God, to be honest with you, and I'm not going to hide my faith. I don't know your religion, so I'm not going to force religion on you, but I'm going to be honest with you. Is that okay? That day, I didn't know what made me step away, right? I knew there was something that was in my head and subconscious that told me, you're not ready to go yet, right? So when I did that and I stepped away from it, I knew that there was things that I had to figure out within me. But to this day, I didn't know the voice in my head that told me, you're not ready yet. Until I realized how deep I was in my faith, I realized how deep I was in my belief. Had I not believed that, I don't know where I would have been. That's just me being honest.
What ultimate advice do you have for us kids going through tough times?
Advice? The biggest advice I can tell you, smile. The reason why I tell you to smile is because life's not going to be easy. You're going to have tough times. It's going to happen. But I'm letting you know you're strong enough to handle it. There's going to be times where you may get hurt. I have 3 knee surgeries on this leg, and I have 1 lung surgery, okay? But I'm still standing and I can still breathe. See what I'm saying? The world doesn't end because you go through something for a second. It's only a small period of time. Believe that you're going to be okay. That's my advice. Is that good advice? You like that advice? I like that advice. That's good advice. All right, let's go with it.
How can I, as a friend, help someone when they are upset and depressed?
Number one thing you can do is just ask them, how are you doing today? I told the high school this, I'm going to tell you this. Just by asking how somebody's doing, as we said before, you could change your life forever. Because somebody cares. Even if it was for a small moment of time, somebody cares. So just ask them, how are you doing? And then on top of that, build your tribe by allowing them to know when you're not okay. Like the days you're not okay, it's not okay to say that nothing's wrong or something's wrong. That's the biggest advice I can give you. It's not okay to say nothing is wrong when something is wrong. See, when something is wrong, speak up. Ask about it. Ask a friend for help. And if they can't help you, find somebody who can. Work your butt off for yourself. Can we do that? Thank you. Question.
Okay. Did you meet others that went through similar struggles? If so, how did you connect with them to help you?
So when I met others, I created my own organization called LOVE, standing for Living Out Victorious Every Day. The goal behind LOVE was to give student athletes a platform to be able to speak about the things that they're going through, such as depression, such as injury, such as anxiety, such as coaching, such as everything in between. We built this coalition of people so much so that this community became a community where I was able to find myself, right? Although I had built something that was going to help a lot of people, that same thing that I built saved me. Because during that time period, I just completely blew out every ligament in my knee, right? So I was lost. This is the same kid I was just told that I was going to go play in the NFL after that year and lost everything. And then I found people who understood what that meant, understood what that felt like. I didn't feel alone. And that's why I tell you, be somebody for somebody else. Because you don't feel lonely no more. You learn how to smile through it. Ain't that right, Mr. Tough Guy? There we go. Next question.
How has your life been recently? Like, what kind of stuff are you doing each day?
Woo! I'm having a great time. I don't know if you know this. I told them this yesterday. I'm traveling Monday to go to the NFL draft in Las Vegas. And then from there, I'm going to Boise, Idaho. Then I'm going to Utah. Then I'm going to Denver, Colorado. Then I'm coming back to Pittsburgh to leave to go back to California. So I'm having a good time right now, right? I'm really having a genuine good time. I'm meeting great people. I met some really good kids. I'm not gonna lie, I've been around middle schoolers and you guys are a cool middle school. Some middle schools I'm not so much fun with, you know what I mean? I can't, they talk too much, you know what I'm saying? But I really appreciated you guys, so I'm really good right now. I'm really good right now. Next question.
What was it like to constantly play and rehab through the pain?
It was tough. Because after you go through injury after injury after injury and your body fails you, you start to ask yourself, like, what am I doing wrong? But it's not my mentality. I know I can compete with everybody. Guys who've been drafted, I was beating every single day. So in my head, I had to relearn that the person who got hurt no longer exists. There has to be a new person to be birthed. And what I mean by that is, who you are before your injury doesn't exist. Either you're going to be stronger or you're going to be weaker. That decision's only made by you. That's real. That's not me sugarcoating it. That's not me lying to you. That's me being honest with you. So I had to make a decision every single time that I got hurt. Am I going to be better or am I going to be bitter? See, I got somebody to tell me that today. Her name was Mrs. Rachel Barbeau. She told me today, she was like, are you going to be bitter or are you going to be better? Then I thought about my life in that perspective. There's a lot of times where I had an opportunity to be bitter, right? Because this happened to me. I didn't go to the NFL when I was expecting to go to the NFL. I didn't run the speed I was expecting to run because of my knees, injuries, and everything in between. Or I could be better. I could work out every day. I could squat 400 pounds every day. I could go bench 315 every day, right? And make myself better than I was before. And that's what I had to learn. Next question. I like these questions. You guys are good with questions.
What clicked in your head that made you know what you were feeling was depression?
It clicked in my head that it was depression when I had consistent negative thoughts. Like every day I was telling myself that I wasn't worth anything. I wasn't worthy of love. I wasn't worthy of being a good athlete. I wasn't worthy of being a good student or even being worthy of being a son to my mother, right? When I realized I was telling myself that so much, I was like, bro, don't you ever get tired? Like, your brain ever get tired from saying the same thing over and over and over again? I just got fed up with feeling that way. So when I realized I was fed up, I went to go see somebody and talk to them about what I was feeling. They were like, you're going through depression. And unfortunately, I was, and I still go through depression. The only difference now is, again, time to not go get easier. I got stronger. The only way I got stronger is I built on my mental health. If you do not work on your mental health, it just won't get better. I hate hearing that more than anything. I hate when people say, oh, it'll get better. I be wanting to look at them like, how? Tell me. I want you to tell me how. You keep saying it's going to get better. Tell me how, right? See, the thing is, I'm going to be really real with you, okay? The only way things are going to get better for you is if you take ownership and you take accountability. Ownership and accountability. Think about what I just said. Ownership and accountability. You want things to be better? Make them better. That means you're going to have to work harder. You're going to have to read more about yourself. You might have to go see a therapist. You might have to go talk to a teacher. You might have to do things you've never done before in your life, but if you want to feel better, you have to do things you've never done before. And sometimes that's just speaking to somebody. So take the step. And I hope that helps somebody. Come on up.
Were there certain little things in your daily life that made you recover and overcome that adversity?
Yes. So the number one thing I did it today before I came in here today because I was a little bit nervous to talk to you guys. That's me being real, okay? I was nervous because middle schoolers make me nervous. I don't know why you guys are aggressive. You guys say what you feel. It's not like you guys have zero filter. I don't know where it comes from, but you don't, right? But what I had to start doing with myself is I have a mirror. Everybody has a mirror at home, right? So every day that I wake up and brush my teeth, before I brush my teeth, I write my word of the day. So today was ambition. So I would brush my teeth looking at that word, but also looking at myself through that word. Be ambitious today. Take control today. Be the person you want to be today. After that, I go into it like it's game time. Like coming here today, I was more nervous coming here than I was playing at Penn State. Think about it. Think about it. So with that said, you have to prepare yourself in that way. I talk often about being a warrior, right? You kind of heard me talk a little bit about that. With being a warrior, you got to really fight back because life's a battle, right? Waking up is a battle, right? Getting out of bed is a battle, right? You have to be willing to fight back. If you're not willing to fight back, you'll lose to yourself. And let's not do that. We got enough problems in the world, right? Like it's 2022, right? In my head, it's still just 2020. It's all together. It's just all together. We've been through a lot in these past couple of years, right? With that said alone, you don't need any more negativity in your life. You guys all have social media here, right? All of you. You grew up with it. So you're able to access everything right now. I'll tell you this, and this is going to age me a little bit and some of the people in this room, I apologize. But some of us grew up without social media, iPhones. I had a flip phone. Y'all know what a flip phone is?
Yeah.
I had the Razor. I had the Razor. I thought I was the coolest dude in the world. You want to see my razor? And flip it up. But before then, I was outside playing with the kids. Right? I didn't have to worry about what people thought about me. Because it didn't matter. I was with my friends. We're cool. We're good. I couldn't reach it, but now you guys can. You can reach anybody or anything at any given moment. That comes with a lot of responsibility. Take care of yourself. You don't need to be on there 24 hours a day watching TikTok dances all day, doing all this all day. No, we don't need to be doing that all day. Our focus has to be on, okay, how do I make myself smile today? Or what do I like to do? Anybody in here like to draw? No? Wow, you guys will do anything. All right, play a sport in your free time. Write music in your free time. Thank you. See? You do other things, but give yourself grace. Give yourself time to do those things. Next questions. People have different ways of doing things. You could have went that way, I know. It's all right.
Of all aspects of your journey, what was the most difficult to overcome?
Most difficult to overcome was the death of my mother. My mom recently died June 12th, 2021. So for me, that was very difficult because I'm a single child, right? So with that said, I do have brothers and sisters, but they're more so family friends, right? These are people that I consider brothers and sisters. When my mom passed away, I had to take care of her funeral, her viewing, and everything in between. So for me, that was a very tough time. I had to really rely on the people that I put around me, my tribe, to help pick me up. And then I realized I had to build on myself to then pick others up. So that moment was the hardest moment for me. I'm still fighting through it to this day. You know what I mean? Next question.
Whenever you went to the hospital after a football accident, you said the nurses changed you. In what way did they change you?
We talked about this a little bit earlier with the high school kids, but it was different because Miami's a very crazy place to be at. You guys are on social media, so you know Miami's a little bit crazy, right? But Miami also has a lot of animals down there that can kill you. Like a lot of animals. Alligators, sharks, snakes. Some of the snakes are so big I don't even understand why anything would be created that big, right? But with that said, even in the hospital that I was in, there's an animal impact unit. What is that? Like, what, to this day, we had to laugh about it yesterday. What is an animal impact unit? So much so, I talked about the one guy, and I'll give you guys a short story as well, because I gave it to the high school. So you guys know how the alligator does the alligator roll, right? Mm-hmm. It's a little bit graphic, but one guy's arm got alligator roll, right? So from the elbow down, looked like a little Tootsie Pop. You ever see the Tootsie Pops, how they roll like this? Man, I almost threw up. I did throw up. I'm not even going to act like I didn't. I threw up everywhere, all right? Like, I'm walking, and I'm just like, what is that? Right? Then the guy next to me got hit by a train. Survived. I don't know how. Okay, like, the same look that y'all just gave me is the same look I gave him, even though he couldn't see me. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't understand it either, right? And the guy that was diagonal with me got shot in the throat. And the guy that was right across from me, I don't know what happened to him. He was just bandaged the whole way up. So I was just like, something serious happened to you, buddy. I don't know what it was, but I'm sorry. For some reason, that moment of realizing these nurses were positive the whole time. My mom, when she came to see me in the hospital, did not eat for a week because of what the guy to the left of me looked like after getting hit by that train, right? And these nurses were smiling through all this. You have an animal impact unit. There are snake bites that don't even make sense, and you guys are just smiling like nothing happened. That to me was more impactful than anything. It taught me to be positive through no matter what the situation is. If they're able to smile through that, I can smile through anything. Because I'm telling you, when I had to learn to walk again, walking past that animal impact unit, I used to dread it. They're like, you know, we got to walk past that unit again. I was like, no, we don't. There's 3 other hallways we could go down right now. That was the wildest thing I've ever seen in my life. Next question. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit long-winded. I'm sorry. Any more questions? There you go. That's the way to be a leader.
Has there ever been someone close to you who hurt you through this process? If so, how did you overcome the feeling?
I don't remember that question being in there. That's a really good question, though. That's a really good question. Yes, actually, there's some people along the way that have hurt me, and I realized those people weren't a part of my tribe. The people that, here's the thing, this is me just being very vulnerable and very honest. When you're doing your best to be your best, like you're doing everything you can in school, you're doing everything you can at home, the people that care about you will notice that and be like, I'm proud of you. The people who don't care about you, might even be your friends, be like, you're stupid. You're dumb. Why are you doing that? You're only stupid and dumb because they can't do it. The best you is better for everybody else. Your family, your friends, and your enemies, right? Here's why. Because it allows your friends, your family, and your enemies to decipher on where they stand with you. Because you're being the best that you possibly can. If you got family members making fun of you because you're doing your best, that's not your tribe. If you got best friends who are telling you look dumb because you're doing your best, that's not your tribe. Get them out the way. Kick them out the door. They don't deserve to be there. With that, the people who tell you, I'm proud of you. I seen you do your thing today. I seen you drop 45 rebounds. Good stuff, my boy. You know what I'm saying? Those are the people you want to keep around, right? Don't put yourself around yes men and tell you you're doing great every single day of the week. But the people who genuinely want to see you do good, you'll know. You'll feel it. And those are the people that you keep around. So in that moment, when I realized that person didn't want the best for me, even though I was doing my best to be myself, that's all right. The door's on the left. You know what I mean? The same way you came in, it's the same way you go out. And we'll be all right. I hope that answered your question. Oh, same time.
Do you plan to continue to pursue a football career?
Yeah, football's fun. As long as I'm able to do it, I'm going to do it. As long as they'll pay me for it, I'll do it. So I love to play the game. I'm going to continue to play the game, and I hope you guys come to a game or two if I end up on the team.
How do you measure success in your life?
By the smiles of my family and my tribe. If the people around me are smiling because of something that I did all right. I did what I was supposed to do. If they're not smiling, I don't feel good about it. That's just how I am. I'm not saying that you have to be like me. That's just how I am.
Who was someone that surprised you and how they helped you?
John Skiba, the guy I told you guys about. Again, the reason why he surprised me, I was a kid that was in a middle school and a high school that was one of 3 black people. So again, there was only 3 black people between the middle school and the high school in the whole school district. So for me, I wasn't comfortable with people who didn't look like me. Because I was always being made fun of by people, again, who didn't look like me. Right? But this guy gave me a reason to believe that not everybody's like that. Because he grabbed me by my hand, he grabbed me by my shirt and told me that I was more than what I thought I was worth. Then on top of that, when I went to playing football games where people were being very rude and very racist towards me, right? Who do you think stepped up in between us, right? That guy, that same guy. He stood up for me. Those are the people you look for. Those are the people I run to. We call them caretakers. Caretaker.
How do you stay positive in a negative situation?
Oh man, it's hard to, you know? You gotta realize the battle. You gotta realize the fight. When you hear yourself talking negative to yourself, that's why I asked you to record that video of yourself. You'll start to notice when you're being negative towards yourself when you start doing that, right? You'll start to notice the small things you said about yourself. Miss Rachel Bourbeau said today, one of the things that I thought was incredible, she said the first time, as soon as you wake up, write down your first initial thought. If your first initial thought of yourself is negative, more than likely your day is going to be negative. So when you get to that first initial thought, instead of allowing your day to be negative, create positivity from that moment. How am I going to make sure that I'm positive throughout the day and the rest of the day? Is that good?
What did you do to recover mentally after all the setbacks?
Oh man, I did a lot of different things. I went to speak to a therapist, made those funny videos I told y'all about. I write in my journal all day, self-affirmation. Let me keep going. This is how hard I work on my mental health. I work out as much as I can. I box as much as I can. I speak as much as I can. This is my peace. Like me being able to talk to you guys, tell you guys about what's going on with me, this is where I find a lot of peace in my life. So this has also been a part of my mental health training, right? So I want to say these are multiple things that I've done. Even TikToks. TikToks kill me. Like there's some TikToks that are too funny. Like y'all got so many dances these days, I can't keep up. I don't even know the new dance yet. What's the new dance? Like get sturdy or something? I don't know what it is. I don't know. I've heard so many different things at this point. I'm just trying to figure it out, right? So I just do a lot of different things to allow myself to have fun, be goofy. I'm 25 years old, right? I'm about to be 26. I have no business being on TikTok dancing, right? But I'm telling you right now, I've done tried every TikTok dance there is, just because there's nothing else to do, just to build positivity within myself. You know what I mean? But there's a lot of the different things I've done.
What is your motivation to work hard every day on the field and in the gym?
My mom. My mom is my number one focus, my number one why, until the day that I have my own kids. But my mom.
A lot of mental health awareness is about knowing the signs of people who are struggling and reaching out, but very little touches on what to do when you reach out to someone who's struggling. What would you suggest as a good starting point?
A good starting point is just simply asking, how are you doing? I said this before and I keep saying it. Sometimes you might get a full-length story from just, how are you doing? Right? And then sometimes you might get, I'm okay. But continue to ask how you're doing. I ask questions from the answer you just gave me. That's what I'm really good at. The reason why I do that is because I want you to have a full opportunity to tell me on what you're going through. Even though you don't want to say it at first, it's okay, but I want me to be able to prove to you I'm willing to listen. So keep asking them questions like, do you need a hug today? You want to go laugh? You want to get ice cream? Have you guys ever been to Page's Ice Cream? I'm addicted, so I just want to let you guys know I'm not from Brentwood.
She's the audience.
Where? Oh, she's on the camera? I've been looking for you, okay? Your family makes the best ice cream in the world. So if you could hook me up with any ice cream, let me know. So with that said, thank you. But yes, Page's Ice Cream, great. Final thoughts, I'm gonna leave you guys with this. I didn't say this to you guys yet, but I wanna say it to you now. Adversity is a comma in a sentence of life, not a period. There's a lot of philosophy behind that, but majority of what that says is, don't let a tough time stop you from your future. See what I'm saying? All right, thank you guys. Thank you for having me.
We would like to thank, first we'd love to thank Trey for the amazing presentation. We'd like to thank our studio audience of students who came and contributed. I would like to thank Mr. Elias for hooking us up for the tech, and we would love to thank the Baldwin Whitehill Educational Foundation for having us and giving us the ability to bring Trey in. So thank you guys all for listening. If you need to reach out to someone, please reach out to a teacher, to a friend, to a guidance counselor. We hope you really learned a lot from this presentation. So thank you very much. Everybody have a great day.